The following content is for entertainment purposes only. All of the voices in this video and this disclaimer were generated using artificial intelligence and are not actual quotes of the persons depicted. This content is purely satirical and is in no way a political advertisement or contains any political bias. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello again, and happy Thursday, all you purveyors of the finest crystal, and welcome to episode 25 of President's Play Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Nuzlocke. It's time for the GOAT, a.k.a. Daddy Long John Trump, a.k.a. Sleepy Joe. Well, I guess crying Joe now. Why the fuck are you crying during my immaculate intro? You better have a good reason, or you're going to be reintroduced to the back of my hand.
Oh, my sweet fat orange buddy. I'm sorry, I just love you all so much, and I never thought we would still be sitting here today. Give me a hug, man.
Can somebody please fucking explain to me why Biden is hugging me? What the hell is going on?
Oh, I think I can clear this whole situation up. Sorry, Donald, but Joe was a big fan of the president's Discord server YouTube channel, and since he's so easy to manipulate, he took that crazy video he put out to heart thinking the world was going to end via the rapture yesterday.
You can't be serious, Sleepy Joe. There's a 0% chance you actually believe that freaking nutjob right. And stop hugging me. Go back to your normal spot.
Well, excuse me for wanting to share my joy with a loving embrace, Mr. Grinch. Sorry for being happy that you didn't get raptured, even though I guess I was crazy to believe that you would go to the place in the sky and not in the center of the earth.
Rest assured, everyone, we will never abandon you and delete all of our content over some cultist nonsense. If our videos ever do disappear, though, it's probably because somebody convinced our editor that the Rangers would finally win the Stanley Cup if he deletes the channel.
Seeing that team has tortured him since he got into hockey all those fateful years ago, I think that actually might be a possibility, so I've already saved and downloaded every video we've uploaded so that we don't betray our fan base. But all that aside, what is your plan for this episode, Donald?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we actually talking about the game now? Let's see, we're just past the 2-minute mark, so that's actually pretty on par for our channel. But to answer your question, Barack, my plan is simple. Kick Surge's 12-foot-tall ass and get to Saffron City for you to take over next episode.
Barack, this is the part where you're supposed to act excited that you get a gym battle. Why are you so quiet right now? Did you get into my melatonin stash and fall asleep? If you did, I can't blame you. That euphoric feeling of sleep is just God tier.
Not everybody on this planet ODs on sleeping pills every 2 hours, Joe. I think our old buddy here is just a little nervous that we set this video up for him to battle his crush Sabrina next episode. But it's not like you still have feelings for her, right, Obama? That would just be cringe, my man.
Looks like Obama has a 404 error and needs to reboot because he hasn't blinked or moved even the smallest muscle since you told him what happens next episode. I think we can confirm that Obama
guys, I think
still
the
wants
best
Sabrina.
course of action would be to head south to Fuchsia City and battle Janine next episode. She does have the lowest level Pokemon of any gym trainer in Kanto. I'll be happy to battle all the trainers on the way there. Maybe we'll even see the Safari Zone Warden again.
Oh, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Barack, but the warden is actually gone in this game. He went to go get some milk and cigarettes and never returned to his post.
How the hell did you remember he's not in this game? I thought you'd been sleepwalking since we returned from our break.
I don't know if you've heard, Barack, but apparently people have been making jokes about me that I'm constantly sleeping or have dementia, even so I made sure to set an alarm clock to start this video. I can't have the American people thinking I'm unfit to be the leader of the free world.
I knew you would eventually use that alarm clock I got you for Christmas, Joe. Good on you for trying to be active and awake for more than our toughest battles on this channel.
Okay, well, forget that idea. Let's just go to Celadon City next episode. Yeah, we can go shopping and battle Erica, who is an easier gym leader than Sabrina as well. Why are we rushing the tough battles? Makes no sense. I question the direction this team is going.
Not a chance in hell. We're going to give you the controller so you can just spend all of our money in the game corner. Your gambling habits are worse than Biden's economic policies. You're battling Sabrina next episode, and that's final, Barack.
I'll have you know my Gamblers Anonymous sessions have been working wonders for my addiction. But wait a minute, guys. We can't go to Saffron City because it doesn't exist anymore. How could I forget that Biden called in the drones to nuke the city the last time we were there? How could we forget?
I actually thought about that as well for a minute, Barack, but then I remembered I only ordered that to happen in the simulation. It's a good thing because I'm sure the rest of the world would be complaining to me about war crimes, this and genocide that. Dodged a real bullet there.
I swear on all that's holy. If you don't go back to sleep, I will put you to sleep myself, Robinette. I hate it when you're coherent. Fuck you by proxy for getting him that alarm clock, George. Goddamn yeehaw looking ass.
Obama just faced the fact you're still down bad for that green hair, Dami Mommy. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, shit, I have a supermodel for a wife and I still riz up Stormy from time to time. We all love our wives, but when you go out to the club and you see all those nice cold beers out there on the dance floor, you don't say, well, shit, I can't drink this when I have a warm one open at home already. Live a little man. Michelle doesn't even watch these videos. I say go for it, bro.
I guess I have to be the angel on your shoulder since Donald has clearly chosen the dark side on this one. Barack, you're 63 years old. Exactly 3 times the age of Sabrina. You have a wife and 2 children. Are you seriously prepared to throw it all away for her? Of course not. Don't you dare go thinking about it. She's literally fucking pixels, bro. She doesn't even fucking exist. Did I really have to say that part out loud?
Nah, fuck that noise, Barack. We can find her voice actress. A simple Google search and then geo search using the Oval Office database will point you to the true love of your life. Also, how do you know if they're even your kids? I still haven't seen any pregnancy photos.
Are conversations like this why the tweaking versions of us in the Uvox universe put us in the fucking fraud tier?
And on that horrible realization, let's move over to our donations from this past week, and let's kick it off with Baz Boy, who sends us 10 a sec. Am I saying that right? What in the name of Sam hell is a sec? Let me just Google it. So it appears that it's Swedish people money. Our editor is a huge Rangers fan. As we all know far too well, so by association he has an unhealthy love for Swedish people. Thank you so much for the donation that came from the Premier, my friend.
Our next donation came from Captain Fraud. Watch himself Presidential Gaming Drive. He donates us 5 more British people money, and for once has some sense by reminding you that Pokemon are weapons of mass destruction. We aren't playing Ruby yet, but I can't wait for Metagross to destroy everyone.
Donald, I hate to break it to you, but you can only get a Beldum after beating the Elite Four, which is after we beat the game. We won't be using one in the run.
Fuck the normal Nuzlocke. We're doing a randomizer and resetting until Metagross is one of the starters. To everyone that was looking forward to a vanilla game, tough fucking shit. Donald gets his weapon of mass destruction, and you are going to like it.
Trust me, I much rather would have done the randomizer in that game, instead of this game, since 3/4 of that generation is water routes. But we've already promised to complete the trifecta, and we can't lie to all of our viewers.
Dude, if lying was an Olympic sport, I'd have more gold medals than Michael Phelps and Simone Biles combined. If you don't want to dirty your hands, I'll take all the blame and do what needs to be done. Make this channel great again. Metagross for everyone.
I support that platform. You've got my vote in November, Donald. But guys, look at the screen. It's Mewtwo versus Mew1. The clash of the Titans is upon us, and you guys are talking about some floating blue ball.
The first half of your statement will make me ignore the second half of the statement, so I'll forgive you for that comment, Joe. But I'm counting on your vote in November. But you really need to learn how to read, man. How long are you going to think we have a Mewtwo on our team?
Stop trying to gaslight me, man. I can see it right in front of us. And the odds that we got it 2 games in a row is freaking incredible. It took down Mew1 with barely any effort. Way to go, my shiny friend. Can you guys believe we got a purple one 2 games in a row? What are the odds of that?
I'm literally this close to giving up on you, Joe. But those moments of brilliance when you play this game is holding me back from that. Great job disposing of these trainers so far, Donnie. You got Surge next, and it's the Psychic Gym, as we've seen. You got a strategy for him?
Same strategy I got in real life, Barack. Throw money at the problem. Money Pit probably solos everything in this region, and since we don't have a dark type move, that's the play every step of the way. I only use other Pokemon just to keep them at the same level.
I mean, he probably could have worded it better to show some respect to the rest of our goated team, but that's really not a bad strategy. Money Pit is probably our strongest team member right now, and with no super effective moves, that's the best play in my opinion.
Yeah, I suppose either Money Pit or Me Too are our best options, but we will have the level advantage for every Pokemon aside from his ace, which should be on par with the rest of our team. Time to dial in, Donald. The second half of our badges is now underway. You got this, fam?
I do appreciate the backup, boys, but the time for talk is over, and the time for kicking the dishonorable discharge's ass is now. Bring it on, Surge. Talk your shit, and then I'll hand you a fat L just like every other trainer that has stood in our way. It's game time in Kanto. Oh wow, you got some cute $10 sunglasses you got on the boardwalk at the Jersey Shore. I'm so afraid. Of course, the dishonorable discharge would have Osama on his team. Time to burn that fucking onion fairy to a crisp. Eat up Money Pit. geez, Money Pit, stop forgetting to... Oh, shit.
Those who doubt the Onion Fairy will encounter its wrath. Good thing he let us off easy right there, but so much for soloing the entire region. Money Pit couldn't even solo the first Pokemon of the first gym leader in Kanto. I've been cheated and lied to. I'm taking my vote back, Donald.
Let's not make any rash decisions, Joseph. I'll give Surge credit, I didn't see that one coming, but this situation is still completely under control. I read the thunder and switch to our day one to counter that strategy. And after a dizzy punch, we take the lead, boys. No problems at all.
Nice save and nice read there, Donald. Definitely a wild card to start this battle, but you handled it with ease. What's your next play? I assume Arnold has to go since he's weak to psychic-type moves, right?
Unfortunately, yeah, I would love Arnold to solo everything, but this isn't his battle. Just a quick counter in the grand scheme of things. I'm going to switch to our best girl here and let her get some screen time. I remember this deformed giraffe horse's faint attack, so Me Too isn't coming in.
Donald, I gotta hand it to you. The level you're dialed into is a freaking 12 right now. It's almost as if you have some negative history with Surge you've never told us.
Oh shit, the editor did that thing where he goes from foreshadowing to showing one of our faces on screen but not saying anything. That means for sure there is some untold backstory between Trump and Surge. Story time. Get the popcorn, George.
Fine, I'll grab some, but stop breaking the fourth wall, Joe.
The day was September 25th, 1998. I was just a young 52-year-old billionaire finishing his ruthless business takeovers for the day as I sat down to watch episode 14 of my newest favorite show, Pokemon. After winning his second gym badge at the Cerulean Gym, the bated anticipation of Ash winning his third gym badge at the Vermilion Gym completely took over me. Like I honestly didn't give a fuck about anything else, I just wanted to see that battle more than anything. Right out of the gate, even faster than when shit got real in Attack on Titan, you see all these Pokemon being rushed around on stretchers thinking what the fuck is going on in this city. We've never seen anything like this before. And when we find out that it's the gym leader doing this, everybody gets a quick reality check that you're not always going to be gifted a badge for being wholesome like the show has shown to this point. Shit is about to get real and Ash is going to have the battle of his life.
I've seen this episode a dozen times, but for some reason I'm so dialed into this explanation thinking I'm going to hear something I've never heard before.
Ash walks into the gym, greeted not as a challenger, but as a fucking baby. Immediately trashed for his size, and then our hero Pikachu steps up to get the exact same treatment when Raichu is summoned to the situation. We, the audience, experience true doubt and fear for the protagonist. We wanted Ash to kick Surge's ass so badly, but Bro got humbled harder and faster than we ever could have imagined. Raichu just decimated Pikachu at every level, and before we knew it, our Yellow King was on a stretcher like all the other challengers to that evil gym.
Holy shit, Donald, I had no idea how much you cared about that episode. I definitely understand now why you're going all out in this battle.
It changed me as a man, George. When Pikachu turns down the opportunity to become a Raichu, it made me realize you always have to stay true to who you are and what you're all about. Everyone can succeed in life, even if you were raised from humble beginnings like myself.
Humble beginnings, my ass, you silver
Pikachu
spoon, baby.
comes out of the hospital, that orange bitch gets what was coming to him, and Ash wins his biggest battle yet. Even Team Rocket was rooting for him. It was the greatest episode to date, and an easy S tier on any list to this day. And for that reason, fuck you, Surge. I'm kicking that ass.
I'm upset at myself for not remembering the significance and pure brilliance of the writing in that episode. I fully support the Surge. Needs to get his shit rocked every time he gets challenge movement. Keep going here, Donald. Losing anybody is completely unacceptable.
I think we just stumbled upon our comment question of the day, boys. In the comments, everyone let us know what your favorite episode of the anime was and why. It can be from any season, so let's see if you share Donald's belief or you have your own. Can't wait to see your answers next week.
And boys, this battle is as good as chopped for the lieutenant. If that even was his rank, what a fucking idiot to raise the attack of our strongest physical attacker. I'll just heal this burn, and then we're going to one-shot the rest of his team. Good game easy, no fucking rematch.
It's almost as if Surge didn't watch our Elite Four special, because why else would he try using swagger on me too? I will say though, this battle wasn't as easy a walk in the park as I expected it to be. Kanto might not be this victory lap I had first said.
Now I think we can keep talking that good shit, Barack. Don't get me wrong, I didn't think Money Pit would have an issue and I expected more one-shots. But at the end of the day, we're going to sweep Surge and get badge number 9 with no casualties.
What did I tell you all? Once again, it's Mewtwo carrying this team and destroying everything in its path. When will you non-believers come over to reality and realize this is our MVP, not just in yellow, but in crystal as well? Devote yourself to our one true savior.
Joe does have a point, Donald. I think you gave the crown to Money Pit a little too early. I think you need to apologize to the rest of the team and realize this is a team effort. Everybody, not just our legendary, will be responsible for us beating Red.
Yeah, whatever, you might have a point. But Money Pit will shine through the rest of this gameplay. Don't doubt our sweet coon for a second. One last Iron Tail to wrap this all up, and gentlemen, we are off and running in Kanto. 9 badges down and 7 to go. The grind rolls on. And as for you, Surge, get fucked, you cocky son of a bitch. The hero wins again while you get humbled once again. Goddamn, that feels good.
Nicely done, Donald. All that's left for you to do today is fight a few trainers and get us to Saffron City so we can end this transmission and hand it off to Barack for next week's long-awaited battle with Sabrina. Isn't it wild how it just happened to be his turn for this battle again?
Oh yeah, there was absolutely no manipulation in either of these completely random setups. I still think we should go battle Erica first, seeing Sabrina has 2 level 46 Pokemon and her ace is a level 48. We're taking unnecessary risk.
We're not having this back and forth again, Barack. Either fight Sabrina or forfeit your turn. Stop being a down bad simp like Donald for compatible. It's a bad look, bro.
Did somebody say compatible? There's a Vaporeon in this grass? Holy shit. I'm coming to bring you back to the team, baby. God tier encounter, here we go.
Donald, why the fuck would you go into the grass and waste an encounter? I told you we have to save all of our encounters for the Super Rod since they'll all be in the 40s. Wild encounters in the grass will all be a super low level and not even worth it for us.
But I thought they would be compatible. Donnie want compatible. Donnie want compatible right now.
Donald, there could have been a level 40 compatible in the water that you just passed up. You got to use your head, bro, and not let the emotions take over you. This has been your only mistake to this point, but don't let it happen again, man.
I don't say this often, but goddammit, you're right, Sleepy Joe. The golden apple was dangled in front of my eyes and I went right for it. I apologize, guys, I won't let it happen again. But look at the bright side. If we do ever need to put an electric Pokemon on our team, we have one right.
Well, there would have to be some legit level grinding to add it to the squad, but in theory that is correct. And we only need a Thunderstone to evolve it so we can see if it's worth leveling up before we even do anything. So that's a best case scenario.
We're
if I'm
in
being
agreement.
honest.
Trump never does anything wrong, and this capture is guaranteed right here as a result.
As much of a guarantee as the 2020 election, right, Donnie?
Eat my ass, Joe, this time for sure. Oh, for fuck's sake, get in the fucking Pokeball, Pikachu. You're going to be our friend and you're going to like it.
Is that how you make friends, Donald?
That's clearly how you make friends, Barack. Take it from me, I have the best friends ever. Nobody knows friends better than me. I'm going to name this little scamp Jerry since I loved that cartoon growing up. Hopefully the name fits the evolution if we end up making it happen.
You really think we're the best friends ever? Oh, Donald, I never knew you felt like that, but that just makes me all warm and fuzzy inside to hear you say, thanks, best buddy.
Yeah, I was totally talking about you guys. Hey, let's get back into donations while I take care of these 2 trainers before we get to Saffron and sign off. Our next donation comes from Legendary Gamer, who throws us another 7 Canadian people money and answered our community question by choosing Mousehole for his Pokemon to take to war. I can't lie, tidy up. Population Bomb is absolutely overpowered if you don't have a counter. Great pick, man. And thank you very much for your weekly donation.
I'll go next, best buddy, Donald. We shift over to the Ko-fi side for our last 2 donations, and this one came from, yeah, you're right, who throws us 10 bucks and has an awesome comment with his suggestion on our power levels in normal and powered up forms. Thank you so much for donating over on the Ko-fi side so we don't get fees. I really think these levels are absolutely spot on, and I wouldn't change them in the slightest. I think Dark Brandon and Mag are somewhere around 20,000, which is about 20,000 more than Fraud Kuna.
I think I could be a little bit higher, but I'll just train harder and raise it on my own accord. Our final donation and highest donation from this past week came from Alana Nix, who donated us 30 bucks over on the Ko-fi side. Thank you for the congratulations on beating the Elite Four. It really means a lot to us. Also, Alana answered the comment question by choosing the Destruction Legendary Vela, which is a fantastic pick. Oblivion Wing would wipe out the opposition while healing your own troops. So that might be the most base pick to anything we've seen in the comments so far. Thank you so much for the donation, and enjoy your pin for the most recent episode.
Looks like our last obstacle this episode will be this Snoop ripoff, which means I'm getting through yet another one of my episodes unscathed. All of you next to me and the viewers are welcome for another perfect episode from the most perfect president ever to grace this office. I accept all gifts.
Would it unalive you to just be humble once in your entire existence, Donald?
I may not have an end contract for it, but I pretend like that is my condition for a blade not piercing my heart. You don't achieve success like this any other way, little bro.
Call me little bro again, and I'll abandon you at a gas station faster than Max Verstappen's dad after he lost a kart race. Just get the TM from Mr. Psychic's house and shout out our channel members over on the Ko-fi side, Donald.
We've been pushing it with the football and hockey references, but Formula One references are the ones that probably only Presidential Gaming Drive and one other person will get. But I got you with the channel members, and a huge shout out to Hector for being our lone channel member. If you want to join him and get a shout out at the end of every video, hop on over to our Ko-fi page in the description of this video. But thank you to everyone that watches these videos to the end.
We owe a huge thanks to Uvox because his newest tier list video ranking AI president channels has brought an influx of new members to, dare I say, the new and real president's Discord server, aka AI Force One. Our goal is 1,000 members by the end of this series. Link to join is in the description.
And of course, as always, please don't forget to answer our comment question of the episode before clicking off today. We love you all and thank you so much for being here. We will never abandon you.
Well, seeing that absolutely nothing else of value could possibly happen at the end of this episode, since I'm the last person to give our goodbyes.
Holy fucking shit, we just got the most broken move in the entire game. It's Joe Verboy's Plan the Parade.